Thank you, Chris. That's the way we open all of our NACP meetings. Our young brother Chris, a future leader, opens us up. And shameless plug, we're on WEHA now live, and we thank Mr. Hawks and First Lady Hawks for being our media partner for really going on 5 years. And we are on every Tuesday. In fact, we broadcast here live. Thank you to the Superintendent of Schools and Board of Education, Principal Burroughs, for allowing us to come in today to Atlantic City branch of the NACP. We thank all of you for taking your time to come out. All of you who are here with us in Martin Luther King Community School Complex, and all of you who are listening on the radio, and all of you who are live streaming. Brother Tyler, we thank you. Brother Tyler is live streaming this program, this Candidates Night. I'm going to make a couple of brief remarks, then turn it over to Kristen Ragland, who is the Vice President of Diversity and Equity and Inclusion at AtlantiCare. He's also the co-chair of our Health Committee in the NAACP, and someone who is working again for our Candidates Night. The NAACP Atlantic City branch has 2 Candidates Nights per year. We had the first one at Asbury United Methodist Church in the spring. Thank you very much, Reverend Miller, for facilitating that for us. And obviously, this is our second one for the general election. The Candidates Night is just that. It's not a debate. It's not an opportunity to make a headline. It's not an opportunity to make a personal attack. It is a chance for those people who are running for office to explain to us in the community why we should support them. If they are already in office and running for re-election, it's an opportunity for them to explain to us, the community, why we should support them. The NAACP does not endorse candidates. We are a nonpartisan organization, but we are committed to community engagement. We want people to register and then vote, and we want people to be educated about the candidates, their platforms, their priorities, their programs, what they want to do when they're in office. We are concerned, I have to say this, about the President of the United States and the things that he is saying and doing, and the threat that we believe he poses to democracy. That's why the NAACP is in court now on several of the things that this president has done. And really, in Atlantic City, we can tell the whole country about President Trump. We know him chapter and verse because we live with him. And we saw what he did. That's another story. But thank you so much for coming out. Enjoy the candidates. Let me say this, and we're going to say it, you're going to hear it from 3 times. You're going to hear it from me, you're going to hear it from Kristen Ragland, you're going to hear it from Reverend Miller. And the reason we are saying it because we want to underline the importance of what we do here at the NAACP, especially on Candidates Night. We have invited every candidate who was registered to be on the ballot. We have invited every candidate who was registered to be on the ballot in November. We have invited every candidate who was registered to be on the ballot in November. And my sister and my constituent and my colleague, Jennifer Couthen, who is an educator, told me that if you want people to understand things in education, you gotta say it 3 times. So we're saying that 3 times. That is our protocol that we do every year, every election, every candidate's night. We invite every candidate, and we have a 3-pronged effort to make sure that he or she, that candidate, got the invitation. So obviously, people have a decision to make after they get the invitation. They can attend, they cannot attend. Some people have legitimate excuses or circumstances, but everyone is invited. So having said that, again, thank you very much. We appreciate you, and we know that you are going to hear from candidates reasons that you should vote for them, and we ask you, vote your conscience. Mr. Kristen Ragland.
Good evening, everyone. So the last time I was here, we were inside a church, and it got a little rowdy. And I had to go home and repent for your rowdiness. but we want to also underscore that tonight is about understanding the candidate. This is not a debate. And we hope that we will be able to articulate, or the candidates will be able to articulate exactly what their mission and their vision is for the role that they are seeking to be elected to. So we are excited, and how apropos that we are in the Martin Luther King Jr. complex, a great man who fought for our opportunity to have dialogue and to vote. And so I'm really excited. So can we give each other a hand for being out for civic engagement? So today, also, I got to introduce the candidates to the best friend that they're going to have tonight in the person of Mr. Michael Johnson. He is our official timekeeper. So, Mr. Johnson, we all know what he looks like. So, the rules will be that each candidate will get 2 minutes to open up into introduction, 1 minute to respond to the question, and Mr. Johnson, help me out, is it 1 minute to close? Or is it 2 minutes? 1 minute to close. So in the time period that is allotted, that is the structure we will have. And so at this time, it is my esteemed honor to bring up our Atlantic City mayoral candidates in the person of our current mayor, Mayor Marty Small Sr. And I do not know, is our other candidate, Mr. Naeem Ahmed Khan, here? Okay, so from that point, we are going to have 15 minutes, thank you, with our current mayor to answer questions and introduce himself. So Mr. Small, if you don't mind introducing yourself, taking 2 minutes, and Mr. Johnson will start the clock the moment you start speaking.
Testing. All right, good evening, everyone, members of the NAACP. I'm your mayor, Marty Small Sr., mayor of the great city of Atlantic City. I've been mayor since October 3rd, 2019. And it's simple. When I became mayor of the great city of Atlantic City, I said that I would put the taxpayers first and foremost. We've done that in a big way. 6 straight years of a property tax decrease. The only mayor to put money in the taxpayers' pocket via a $500 stipend that we gave the taxpayers. I said that I was going to change the way that we treated our youth and seniors because they are our 2 most precious resources. We've done that in a big way. We revamped the recreation department. We brought in youth services for the kids who don't play sports. I've given out $3 million in college scholarships over the last 3 years. And not only that, we've paid for kids to attend the college tour for the next 3 years. We paid it forward by giving money to the NAACP Youth Council and the Atlantic City College Tour Incorporated in association with Omega by the Sea Foundation. Our senior citizens are doing more than they've ever done before. As I said, they're one of our 2 most precious resources. We do a lot of quality of life activities with the senior program, and it's really one of the most popular programs in the city. We said that we was going to make the city clean and safe. So far this year, we are under the amount of murders that we had last year. Crime was down overall 11%. We've invested in technology. We also said that we were going to change the way that we treated our formerly incarcerated. This is a second chance city. I'm going to say that again. This is a second chance city. We have an anti-violence program. You don't hear nothing about Back Maryland in the Village and all of that stuff that you used to hear about because we got people in place on the ground, on the streets, working to mitigate the beefs. In addition, when people come home, we have the re-entry program to reduce the recidivism rate. We're bullish on the small business investment. We will give $500,000 to minority businesses to turn that around. And at the end of the day, we're bullish on infrastructure from bridges in Venice Park, both bridges. MLK, I know I'm gonna get a big round of applause, will start to get paved in late October from Route 30 to Mediterranean Avenue on both sides. And today, the bids came in for Atlantic Avenue, and that will be on the City Council agenda tomorrow night. So that's the Marty Small agenda. Wait, was that time? I think it was 37.
Thank you, Mayor Small. And so the first question we have with a 1 minute response time is, do you think our Main Street downtown is healthy and successful? And if not, what would you do to change that?
Well, it's not Listen, first of all, everything can be better. And that's why I wake up each and every day, you know, to sharpen the iron that we have and to put our best foot forward. We all know what Atlantic Avenue used to be. We all know what it is. But we are putting the effort forth. I'm the only mayor to ever have a homeless team out there each and every day. And that's one of the most difficult things. It's something you really can't control because municipalities near and far send their less fortunate here to the great city of Atlantic City. And it's a strain on our infrastructure. It's a strain on our services. It's a strain on our police. But we have people out there each and every day working to get people services. And a lot of people don't know. If those people utter the word no, there's nothing that you can do. As far as business, we are bullish on Atlantic Avenue. A lot of the storefronts aren't as vacant as, you know, prior opponent said. And we have Bruce Weeks with the economic development, our economic development director that is working tirelessly to help bring businesses back to the great city of Atlantic City. So we have a lot of work to do on Atlantic Avenue, but I'm committed to continue to get the job done.
Awesome, thank you. And speaking of infrastructure, and you talked about the unhoused population, what's more important for our city right now, building new homes and commercial space, or rehabbing and expanding and better utilizing our existing homes and infrastructures?
Listen, we have an aging housing stock, and we have been talking to developers, anyone here. I'm a mayor that wants everything, so I'm not going to put retail against residential and vice versa. Today at the CREDA meeting, which I'm a board member of CRDA, we just approved a development plan and expanded redevelopment plan for K Hobnanian. When it's all said and done, they're going to build over 300 homes in the inlet. That's a national developer. We also have the Kushner family. That project has been controversial here in the great city of Atlantic City since 2004. The development is happening under the small administration, another 180 units. We have units all around the city. We have people that want to come in here and do affordable housing. The Lieutenant Governor's nephew is developing affordable housing on South Carolina Avenue. So there's going to be a lot of housing upgrades for each and every one in the city.
Thank you. And so we have a couple of questions from the audience, and I thank you, audience member, for putting these questions out. And so it says, the first question says, where does the casino money go, and why don't we get any of the allotments?
Well, the casinos pay our taxes via the pilot. Each of the casinos put their money in the pot, and it helps bring the city's debt down. CRDA money that was going to marketing helps pays the city's debt. And when you look at what's going on with the casino, with all the various fundings, that's why I supported the pilot, because in addition to getting that pilot payment, we're getting clean and safe money, we're getting infrastructure money that we can use for projects that don't cost the taxpayers. Can the casinos do more? Absolutely. I wrote an op-ed that was picked up by the New York Daily News to talk about New York beware if you put all of your eggs in the casino basket. We know here in Atlantic City the casinos are doing fine this summer, and it's been an improvement. But on the government side, we're going to keep putting the people first and continue to work with our state partners such as the casinos, CRDA, and more to make this a better community.
Thank you, thank you. And you know, this question, you know, something that I'm passionate about, which is social determinants of health, the things that people need in order to live and have a good life expectancy. A concept that people are talking more about is transportation. A lot of people think that, you know, transportation is the key to life expectancy, because if you can get to your doctor's appointment, if you can get to a grocery store, if you can get somewhere, these things will be attributed to your life expectancy. So the question for you here is, how do you feel about the transportation options currently in Atlantic City? And can all of our residents affordably get where they need to go? And if not, what can we do to either enhance the transportation or create more options of transportation?
Well, that's a double-edged sword, because if you're talking about personalized transportation, the city isn't in the quote personal transportation business. We have nothing to do with New Jersey Transit. We have nothing to do with the New Jersey Transit, with the trains. The jitneys are private, the buses are private. What we do, what we control, we've invested in transportation. A former mayor sent all of the transportation to the county and left the city with aging buses, and we couldn't go nowhere if you rolled the dice if you wanted to go to Violent, just to speak. Under the small administration, we used other people's money a lot of people that don't mean Atlantic City no good, that don't understand the culture, don't understand our people, thought it was robbery that we got a luxury charter bus. Why not? Our residents deserve that. And you ask any senior citizen or any youth that participates in our program, it has made a major difference. So under my administration, we got a luxury 56 passenger charter bus. We got 2 54 passenger school buses. We got 2 Sprinter vans and a 20 passenger mini bus with a handicap lift. So we're doing our part with what we can do with the government programs, and the county handles the private transportation, such as the doctor's appointments, etc.
Thank you. Now you all can clap. I think I scared y'all when I said you were rallying last time. I think I scared everybody. You can clap. I just was saying, don't get too excited. Now this is a question I've been waiting for, and I did not write this down, but this is a question that they have for you. If President Trump decides to send troops to Atlantic City, how or what do you agree with, and what would you do?
Well, I mean, I think it's simple. And that's the difference versus me and my opponent here who didn't show up. I know what the people want. I know what the people need. I'm a proven fighter. I took on Governor Christie and Steve Sweeney when a lot of people sat on the sidelines. I know how to fight. We fought to keep the water in the MUA's hands. So I'm only going to do what I've always done, and don't forget, like I said about my last opponent, when they tried to take over the city and have an emergency manager, a municipal manager run the government and make all the decisions, it was Marty Small who was on the front line. So whether it's Donald Trump, Donald Duck, or whomever, if somebody is against the great city of Atlantic City, Mayor Marty Small, in the words of the chairman, Al Bailey, I'm going to be row 1, seat 1. Bring it on.
And our final question before we allow you to wrap up with any comments you want to share is, if reelected, what 3 steps would you take to put our city on a firmer financial footing?
Well, listen, it's simple. When I'm reelected, we're going to do the same things that we've done and more. Under the small administration, we specialize in spending other people's money. That's how we've been able to do all the things that we've done. Because I say each and every day that relationships matter. Life is the relationship. We can go to the federal government, the state government, the county government, anybody that's giving money away. And it's most important, anybody can give you money, but can you execute the plan? That's why I sit back and laugh. All of these people talk about, well, when is this street getting done? Why is this not done? I tell the same story all the time. My son thinks that my street should be paved. That small alley street, Presbyterian Avenue that I live on, it don't work that way. We have a schedule, we have a plan, and we're sticking to it. And I want to tell the people here at the NAACP, not only the aforementioned streets such as MLK, Atlantic, which will be approved tomorrow, but we're going to get money from the state to pave the entire Pacific Avenue, the entire Baltic Avenue, and the entire Arctic Avenue, because Mayor Small fights the good fight, and I'm going to get everything that the people of Atlantic City deserve, because you deserve it.
So I'm going to break my own rule here, because you answered this first part of this question. I forgot to ask it. It said, what neighborhood do you live in? You just told us what neighborhood you lived in, because your son wants that street paved.
Yes.
But this is a question. I hope I don't get you in hot water. It says, where are your favorite places to spend time in Atlantic City?
My favorite place is to spend time outside of home. Because a lot of people don't know, and my Aunt Gloria's back there, she'll tell you, I'm really quiet, like at home. I'm a homebody unless I need to be live, lit, and outside. But it's no favorite place in Atlantic City. I love this community from wards 1 to 6, from Maine to Jackson, and every neighborhood in between. I spend my money local all the time. And like I said, there's no better place to live. And it is my job as mayor to promote that, to bring investment here. If I'm going to tell people that they should live and stay here in Atlantic City, because I say it all the time, I'm Atlantic City born, I'm Atlantic City bred, and when I die, I'll be Atlantic City dead. And we know we talking about the big developers. But in order to do that, charity starts at home. That's why, and we're waiting for phase 2 to start by the end of the year of the Mayor Marty Small Housing Lottery, where we created 4 new homeowners in Venice Park, and they have to have skin in the game. They have to commit to living in the great city of Atlantic City for 15 years. And we're going to continue to do things like that to put our money where our mouth is.
Thank you. It's a great way to answer a trick question. That was a trick. Now you did it great. All right.
Ain't nothing too tricky for me.
All right, so we're going to conclude with giving you, because our other opponent's not here, so we'll give you 2 minutes.
I thought y'all said I had a half an hour. I'm just getting warmed up.
I'm just getting warmed up too.
Man, we got to listen to the people, man. Y'all want a half an hour?
We know you already.
They said they know you already. So if it's okay, if you don't mind giving us 2 minutes of just closing us out on what your vision is, your thoughts, anything you would like to share, and then we thank you for your time today.
All right, and in all seriousness, thank each and every one of you for coming out here. The weather's pretty bad, but I just want to say to you, it just goes to show the disrespect when an organization, be it the NAACP or anyone else, invites you out to speak, to share your platform, and you don't show up. Now, we all know that emergencies happen, people have things planned, but if you're a serious candidate, you got to face the people, whether you think they're on your side or not. I know my best time is when I go in the lion's den. I don't like it, I love it. But at the end of the day, I'm always going to be respectful. And one thing you know about me, I'm going to tell you how I feel. You never have to worry about where I'm coming from, because I say what I mean and I mean what I say. And that's how we govern here in the great city of Atlantic City, supporting the people, being out in the community. This guy don't even live here. And you want to show up and say that you've been living in the city for 2 years and you want to be mayor and you can't come face the music? I think that says a lot. So I'm asking you, I believe that I've done a great job because the people tell me. I'm not perfect, never claimed to be, but I told you when I took the job that my heart and effort will be perfect for the residents of Atlantic City. And I think I've done that in a big way. And we still got work to do. And I tell people all the time, please be patient with me in the great city of Atlantic City. God is not through with us yet. And I really, really mean that. This is a great time in Atlantic City. When we look back on the history books, this era is going to be a turning point where we got things right. For the first time in a long time, the mayor's office is investing in human capital. We are providing opportunities for people who would never get an opportunity. Look at City Hall. Look at the changes that are made. Look at the people that you see in your neighborhood, in your community, or people that you mentored when they were younger. They are all there helping govern the great city of Atlantic City. No one else can say that. People can come in here and say, oh, the streets is dirty. The streets are not paved. But those are the same people that was against the road diet and sided with the stakeholders when they sued the city to hold up the project. We all know Atlantic Avenue would have been done 2 years ago. So yeah, I'm passionate about that. But now we're getting it done. It's about time. No. When the funding is allowed, that's when it's time. So everything that I said and more, the things that we do for taxpayers, the things that we do for youth and seniors, how we're making improvements with the police department, clean and safe, the infrastructure, anti-violence, re-entry, and more. These are the things that I'm going to continue to do each and every day to make Atlantic City better. And I can tell you this. On October 3rd will be 6 years since I've been mayor of Atlantic City. Ask yourself, is Atlantic City in better hands today than it was 6 years ago? I'm the most qualified candidate. I'm the most experienced candidate. You know me, I'm battle tested. I'm not going to fold when problems come. I'm dealing with my own personal issues And I thank many of you for your concerns and prayers for me, my wife, and Mandy. But that doesn't stop me from doing the job. I show up each and every day, and if you didn't see a headline or some biased blogger's article, you would never know what I'm going through. But I got a job to do. And at the end of the day, I know that I serve and worship an awesome God, and He has my back. So at the end of the day, please vote for me. Vote Democrat, column B, School Board 123. That is vote Mayor Marty Small Sr., the entire column B, all of our candidates at the top of the ticket, Mikey Sherrill, and more importantly, City Council, Pat Bailey, Stephanie Marshall, Sewell Ahmed, B 8, 9, and 10, School Board 123. I'm B7, I'm Mayor Marty Small Sr., and I approve this message. And one more time, can we say great day?
Appreciate you, sir. And I want to